Breaking news, a car crashes, bringing down a telephone pole and wires. What we know about this accident right now.
Police are investigating a disturbing break-in in the city's Squirrel Hill neighborhood. 2 teens home at the time, what the suspect stole, and how you can help police.
It is an impact day, some of the coldest air in the season, some of us sitting into the single digits. I'll let you know if this cold air will linger into the weekend. All of that coming up.
And what a special day for us. The 40th annual Project Bundle Up Telethon is underway. Coming up this hour, we take you back to the early days of Bundle Up and celebrate the man who started it all, the great Joe DiNardo.
Pittsburgh's Action News 4 this morning starts now.
Good Friday morning. We are starting this impact day with near record temperatures. Take a look. These are the feels like temperatures right now. It is cold outside. We're glad to have you with us here on this Friday morning.
Tough to get started when you see those temperatures. Let's get you straight over to weather and traffic right now, Ashley. The wind is picking up too.
A little bit for sure, and we are seeing some of those wind chills below zero, but even actual temperatures, single digits and low teens.
Good morning to Bundle Up for sure. Luckily, these cold temperatures not really having any impacts on your roadways.
Yeah, that's some good news for sure. But we are getting near our record low, which was set back in 1976 at 12 degrees. We do have fair skies out there right now, and those clouds will start to thicken up. Checking out your weekend, not bad on Saturday, mostly cloudy. Again, not as cold. When I say not as cold, we're going to be in the mid to upper 30s. Then we'll be watching Sunday. It's not going to be terrible. Some scattered flurries. May notice a little bit of light rain trying to mix in south. I'm talking down near the Morgantown area. But again, all eyes on potentially tying or breaking that record. Currently in Pittsburgh, sitting at 14 degrees. A very light wind out of the east-northeast, about 5 miles per hour, is enough to knock that wind chill down to 6. But these are the actual temperatures, sitting at 8 in Clarion and Franklin, 2 in Newcastle, 6 this morning as you wake up in Beaver, 10 into Washington and Indiana, and 12 right now in Greensburg. Again, a very light wind in some spots knocks those wind chills down. Butler feels like it's 1 below 0, 5 below in Franklin, 0 in Katanning, and 2 in Indiana this morning. So needless to say, it is very cold out for us. Again, we are going to continue to see these clouds thicken up through the day. Checking out the weekend, though, we'll stay into the mid-30s. We are going to dodge a chance for some of those rain showers trying to mix in south of Interstate 70. But stick around. In just about 15 minutes, I'll be timing out your weekend and also have a look at another storm system coming in for next week. Elena.
Thanks, Ashley. Pittsburgh's action traffic so far at 6:02 this morning. We're accident free. Keeping a close eye on the roadways for you, though, as you're waking up and heading out the door. If you have a flight to catch for the weekend, a 15-minute ride traveling outbound Parkway West toward the Pittsburgh International Airport. And big picture, still lots of green. We don't even have those slowdowns inbound on the Parkway West or East just yet. Here's a live look at both of those roadways. We're seeing heavier volume, but again, no slowdowns at this point. The tunnel times are still in the green. 4 minutes on 51 as you head toward the Liberty Tubes.
Now to the breaking news of a large response to an apartment building in Pittsburgh's East Liberty neighborhood. We have learned one person was taken to the hospital from the scene on North Negley Avenue just before 1:30 this morning. You can see fire crews had ladders stretched to the second floor here. We have reached out to public safety officials to try to find out more about what happened.
And also breaking overnight, emergency crews rushed one person to the hospital after a crash on Cochran Road in Mount Lebanon. Dispatch tells us it happened around 12:15 this morning. You can see that car brought down a telephone pole and the wires too. Part of Green Tree Road was also blocked off as crews cleared the scene. Still no word on what caused the crash.
New this morning, more answers into the mystery in part of the North Hills where a family said a stranger was found dead in their burning home. All new this morning, the Allegheny County Medical Examiner has identified that man who died in the fire on Perrysville Avenue and Ben Avon over the weekend as 46-year-old Matthew Thompson. At this point, we don't know where he lived, only saying that he lived outside of Allegheny County. The homeowners tell us they were not home at the time and they did not know the man who died. The Allegheny County Fire Marshal is investigating what caused that fire.
Right now, Pittsburgh police are looking for this man. He's accused of breaking into a Squirrel Hill home last weekend. Pittsburgh's Action News 4 reporter Lily Coleman joins us live from police headquarters this morning.
And Lily, you've learned 2 teenagers were actually home during that break-in. It must have been terrifying for them. Walk us through what happened, what they say the suspect said to them.
Well, good morning to you both. Really, this story is disturbing for a number of different reasons. One, this break-in happened in the middle of the day in the broad daylight. And two teenagers were home at the time. And the suspect allegedly stole one of their school IDs and threatened that student, telling them if they told police that he would hurt them. Now, like you mentioned, this happened in the city's Squirrel Hill neighborhood on Saturday afternoon at a home on Beechwood Boulevard. According to police, the suspect broke in and stole a large amount of cash. Like I mentioned, he also stole that school ID belonging to one of the teens. And now knowing the juvenile's name, address, and what school they attend, the suspect then allegedly threatened to harm them if they told police what happened. Now, this is that photo of the suspect captured from a nearby doorbell camera. He's described as being around 6 feet tall, 220 pounds. He has blue eyes and was wearing a black tassel cap, black pea coat, and khaki pants. He was also seen carrying a black shopping bag with red handles and a heart-shaped logo on it. In the meantime, this morning, the search for that suspect continues. But as you can imagine, neighbors tell us that they are on edge.
The kid was traumatized. So everybody on the block, heard about it pretty quickly. The reality is that if you don't take it seriously, you could be the next victim.
Now, this has been the only reported break-in so far, but that neighbor that you just heard from says, like that masked man in the photo, over the last few weeks, multiple people have been seen on camera walking up driveways in the neighborhood with their faces covered. So again, a lot of those neighbors still very much on edge as they're waiting for any update in this case. Now, as for this case, again, we can tell you Pittsburgh police are handling this investigation. Anyone with information is asked to call Zone 4 and ask for a plainclothes detective. If you need that number, we have that available for you right now on our website at WTAE.com. Covering Allegheny County live from Pittsburgh Police Headquarters, Lily Coleman, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.
Now to the box truck on the loose in downtown Pittsburgh as police say someone stole the vehicle from a delivery driver. Investigators responded to reports of a fight at the corner of Liberty Avenue and 11th Street yesterday and found two men restraining a third man who was accused of stealing that truck. The victim said he was making a delivery when he saw the truck driving off. He was able to run and catch the truck at a red light and then jumped in the passenger side and started to fight the suspect. That suspect, according to police, rammed the truck into some nearby trees and almost hit a pedestrian. Investigators say thankfully no one was hurt and charges are pending.
A scary day for the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra at Pittsburgh International Airport yesterday. Allegheny County police say a note with threats toward the plane carrying the orchestra home from New York was found. Police detained that flight and the musicians were evacuated, leaving their belongings behind for a while. The note at the center of the investigation was ultimately determined not to be a threat. A spokesperson for the orchestra shared their thanks to police for what they say was a swift and professional response. And a heads up for people headed to the airport today. Pittsburgh International officials are investigating a discrepancy on Google Maps. It's taking passengers to a private gate at the airport. A spokesperson says they are aware of the issue and they're working right now with Google to try and get it fixed.
6:08 is the time right now. It is a big day for us here at WTAE. We are launching the 40th year of WTAE's Project Bundle Up.
And all day long, we'll be raising money to help keep local children and seniors warm this winter. Chairman Mike Harvey is leading our efforts all day long. Mike.
Hi, everyone. WTAE's Project Bundle Up helps so many children and seniors, and this year the need is greater than ever. We've made it easy for you to help. Call 412-243-6000 or text Bundle Up to 31333, or you can go online to WTAE.com or the WTAE app to make a secure donation. Every donation, small or large, is a true testament to Pittsburgh's generosity. In fact, Tracy from Pittsburgh just called in with a very generous offer. Now, all of this helps out the people in town. 315,000 people have been helped, and the need this year is great.
The economy's tough, and there's this narrative that COVID happened, there was great need, that need was met, and we moved on. But that need stayed at a high level. And that kind of post-pandemic poverty, led into, really rampant inflation. And a lot of individuals, families, seniors are still struggling, and even struggling more as, some realities that are potentially, diminishing the resources that they might be able to have available to them.
The phones are ringing and you can make them ring too. Give us a call, 412-243-6000. Text bundle up to 31333 or go online to make a donation. I'm Mike Harvey. We're going to send it back over to you guys.
All right, thanks so much, Mike, and our team of volunteers behind you. 6:10 right now, we have just learned the Clairton City School District will operate on a remote learning schedule today. We have checked with the district about the reasoning behind that switch. We'll be sure to pass along that information as soon as it becomes available.
And that does have the potential to be because of this cold, and that is exactly why we have the Impact Day, Michelle.
That's right. We're going to break a record, possibly. We're hovering anyway.
Yeah, we are definitely getting close. Right now, 14 degrees in Pittsburgh. Look at that light wind out of the east-northeast. Feels like it's 6 degrees. So needless to say, whether we tie or break the record, it is cold in Pittsburgh. It is cold all around the region this morning. So I hope you definitely pick up those phones and make those phone calls. You can even scan the QR code we have on the TV to help bundle up with our Project Bundle Up going on all day long. Looking at your what to wear forecast, you need the coats, gloves, hats, but also the sunglasses to start. We do have a little bit of sunshine, but those clouds will thicken up today. Temperatures will be into the low 30s. Michelle.
Ashley, thank you. A big win and 2 points for the Penguins last night in Tampa Bay. Jumping straight into the third period here, the game tied at 3. Evgeny Malkin scores the game winner with under 3 minutes to go. The Lightning tied it up, but the goal was waved off. Pens win 4-3. Up next, they head to Dallas for a 6 p.m. face-off Sunday.
6:11 right now, still ahead this morning. The new budget for Washington County that doesn't include raising taxes, but does include some criticism. We'll explain coming up.
And tournament volleyball here in Pittsburgh. A look at the matchups and when the top-seeded Pitt Panthers will play.
Congratulations on 40 years of Project Bundle Up.